Today we are reacting to Game Theory. The doors is just the beginning. Game Theory made a video on Roblox doors and we are going to react to it on video. Please like and subscribe and let's begin this video. Okay, let's start reacting to this, and I can see from the first part that they are going on with the story, with the mines, and let's begin with this video! Okay. Oh, figure! Very cool. Okay, you're out of breath. Oh! Ooze! Okay, try to open. Oh, figure's dead. But you got killed by a figure. Game Theory.
Hello Internet, welcome to Game Theory, the show that leaves no stone unturned and no door unopened.
Not bad, play doors. Hello Tom. Oh, he died. He died.
I went through a door though. The name of the game is Go Through Doors and I went through a door.
Ah yes, the smash hit Roblox game Go Through Doors. Love that one. Although, I actually think Matt had the right idea because it's my turn to jump into the mysterious abyss that is Roblox Doors.
Yeah.
A game set in an abandoned hotel where to win, you have to, get this, walk through doors. I know, shocking. Though, on the surface it might sound pretty simple, things escalate pretty quickly. There's demonic entities that are trying to stop us, a homunculus made of flesh and bone known as the Figure that
Figure is made of meat and bone. Yeah. If you want to know that, Figure is made of meat and bone. That is correct.
sabotages our only
Flesh.
means of escape, and there's a bunch of extra rooms called the rooms. Yeah, they like to keep their naming conventions simple here.
I made a video. Okay, doors, rooms, one of the worst thing I ever did in my life. I would never do that again. 2 hours of recording that took forever. Nah, we're not going. If you ask me on stream, oh, can we do rooms? No.
In the rooms, it no longer means you have 100 doors to go through, but 1,000. It's actually quite a challenge. Fortunately, through most of this, there's a mysterious blue sparkle that is trying to help us escape. This is Guiding Light, and they offer us advice when we die, show us the path during the chase sequences, and offer us tools like the crucifix to stop entities dead in their tracks. We believed in previous theories that Guiding Light was the one manipulating the halls of the hotel into the random arrangement you encounter in each run, confusing and trapping the entities within. Sadly though, they aren't able to help us all the time. Once you enter the rooms, their power fades. But there is a similar yellow light entity waiting for us. They're just less helpful. We learned that this spirit is named Curious Light, although their name leaves a little to be desired, as they don't seem as much curious as they do aloof. They refuse to give us hints, and yet they want us to keep trying. Here's a thought, maybe give me a hint and I'll do better next time. Curious Lights actually don't seem to make a lot of sense.
My back is itchy.
Until I played the latest update, known simply as the back door.
Oh, this is all about the...
that Curious Light was actually trying to escape the rooms.
This video is about the back doors then. Okay, we're learning about the back doors then. Okay.
Final door leading to a bunch of other open doors floating in a void. Other dimensions, as proven by the appearance of Bob the Skeleton, who is actually from an entirely different Roblox game, and whose name tag we can find in the room. It felt like Curious Light wanted access to this room in order to escape and explore more worlds, and it seems like we were right, because in back doors, Curious Light is back, no longer stuck in the rooms, and this time they are actually trying to help us. We've got a new speedrun challenge on our hands, as we've got to go from door -50 to door 0 in just 1 minute. That is
hey, walk at you, get you.
For lore. But fear not, friends. Even with the dreaded time limit, I was able to uncover the secrets this little update had for us.
Yay!
Next to everything we know so far, and what it could mean for the Floor 2 update that's coming.
That means they know about the L Splash sneak peek thing.
So grab your vials of starlight and drink up, theorists. We're about to unlock even more door lore.
Wait, I just noticed. Wait, if you is Curious Light's logo. Wow, that's lore. That's just lore.
We're about to unlock even more door lore.
That was
right. That is
I love it.
To say.
Even more door lore. Love it.
Access the backdoor update inside the game itself. Much like the main game, you stand in an elevator and it will take you to the first floor of your next run. In this case, door -50. However, you can't just walk straight into this new elevator. If you're new to doors, you'll find that the back door's elevator is blocked by a barrier of yellow light.
Didn't even know that.
At this point, if something glows yellow, we know it has to be related to Curious Light,
Yeah.
matching their yellow sparkles and death screens from the rooms. Sure enough, if you unlock the achievement completing the rooms, the first place we encounter Curious Light, and head back to the lobby, you'll find the back door's elevator is suddenly open to you. Curious Light was stuck in the rooms, but now he's been freed by us completing that final door, allowing him to escape into the hotel's version of the back rooms. That act alone seems to have given Curious Light a change of heart. In the past, Curious Light didn't seem interested in helping us escape.
I usually don't give out hints.
And yet, in this new update, they seem to be doing exactly
I
that.
didn't
When dying
take
from
any
haste,
notice
the entity
about
that
that.
comes when the timer runs out, Curious Light will say this.
I've given you a method to add more time to the clock, though. You're welcome. Look around for the levers I placed for you. They can be anywhere.
They're referring to the levers that you find
Ooh.
around the back doors map that add time back to your clock, sometimes even up to a full minute. Without those, you literally cannot beat this new update. Plus, not only have they added a way to give you more time, but much like Guiding Light, they've also added an item to help us out. One
Oh,
that
the
can
vial.
regenerate our health and
The
help
vial.
us move faster. This item
vial.
is the Vial of Starlight. It's yellow, and the
Yep.
primary symbol inside the vial is a star, which
Yep.
matches the sparkles we've seen from Curious
Yeah.
Light. Curious
I
Light
was going on
has
with
given
it.
us the only
I was
method
going on
available to
about
beat
that.
this dang update,
Okay.
completely changing their attitude towards us. But why the change? Because being in the rooms felt hopeless. It was 1,000 doors. There was no way anyone could win, so why bother? They wanted to escape, but they just didn't see it happening. Until it did. We beat the rooms and let Curious Light out into the basement of the hotel. Suddenly, there was a chance. If we can do that, if we can beat 1,000 rooms, what else are we capable of? What else could we help them achieve? And so, they've
2,000 rooms, 3,000 rooms, 10,000 rooms. Doors do not add a 10,000 room challenge into the Doors floor 2 part, sneak peek, whatever you want to do. Yeah, do not add a 10,000 room, please, though. I beg.
up, realizing that we might be able to help them get what they want. And what is it they want? Well, if you do manage to get to the end of the back doors, you'll find a final door marked 0000. Proceeding through this door starts a short cutscene where the door begins to break open with a yellow light, and suddenly you are back in the hotel lobby with an empty door frame behind you, covered in yellow cracks and Curious Light's symbol. Last time, it seemed like Curious Light wanted to access multiple realities, with all those different doors floating in the void in room A1000. But now, he seems determined to get into the main hotel. They've once again used us to open a door that they can't open themselves, and we've led it straight to their desired destination. He even leaves a bottle of Starlight, a larger version of the vials we've been collecting, as a sort of thank you before we enter the final door. However, while I've been suspicious of Curious Light and their motives, there was something else in this update that gave me pause. When you die, Curious Light gives you breakdowns of the entity that killed you, like they did in the rooms, but their tone has once again changed. In the rooms, they didn't really have a name for anything. They just said things like,
I'm not too sure on what to call it. You could just call it A60, I don't know.
But now, they're offering more solid opinions.
That one. You could call it the Look Man if you like. That's what I call it.
He does have names for these things. He's actually giving his attention, except for one specific entry. One of these new entities is called Blitz, which is a modified version of Rush from the main.
The Rush.
But if you die to
the
it,
Rush
Curious
person.
Light says this.
Okay, like Ambush and Rush.
She said we could call that one Blitz.
Who's she? Who's she? I didn't even notice this when I played the update. Who's she? Is Curious Light? No, Curious Light is probably a he, I think. And she might be Guiding Light? I want to say Guiding Light. I don't know, Guiding Light. I'm just going to stop talking.
She. We've never encountered a she before. Curious Light seems to recognize her authority. He doesn't question her, he just tells us exactly what he's been told.
She.
No opinions, no white just direct
Law.
answers. And if this she is telling Curious Light about the entities, is she the one behind everything? Pulling the strings? I've got some good news for you theorists, because I believe we know who this character is. And it all comes down to this symbol and this painting. This symbol is the binding circle that appears when using the crucifix.
That's the logo from Guiding Light. Wait, that's the logo from Guiding Light. Look, that's the logo from Guiding Light. Oh.
And broken down the different parts of the circle to figure out exactly what it's doing. Like the Star of Solomon in the middle that became associated with the occult and demons, which makes sense when it literally traps the demonic entities we find throughout the hotel. But there's one part we didn't talk about, the ring of symbols around the Star of Solomon. These symbols are wingdings, and if you convert that text to a normal
You can do that? What?
font and then run it through a Caesar cipher, you'll get the message, one of the three
Okay. This is going so deep in the lore. I don't think Elsplash has any thought about that. Okay.
Architects marked by celestials assists you. Given that this is on the
Okay.
binding circle when using a crucifix, an item that glows blue and traps the entities in
Okay.
a blue light, I think it's pretty safe to say that the architect it's referring to is Guiding Light. Until now, we've been referring to Guiding Light as an angelic being, due to the sword-bearing
Angel,
angels
yeah,
in the courtyard,
angel.
as well as other religious imagery. However, we did get this tweet from one of the developers saying the crucifix indoors does not mean the game is going in a religious direction at all. And this translation of Wingdings would
You know what?
say-
It could have went. You know, I think it could have. Because it'd be cool if we had that, like, religious, like, doors entities, like, doors, like, demons or something in the hotel.
We suggest that too.
Be cool.
With Guiding Light not being an angel, but an otherworldly being known as an architect. But does that mean
Architect.
that using religious imagery to
Is the
figure out
architect what builds stuff, like, buildings and all that?
the lore of this game is immediately debunked? I don't think so. Firstly, other than terminology, it feels like we were kind of on the right track with Guiding Light. We suspected Guiding Light was an angel twisting the halls of the hotel
Angel,
to
yeah.
trap the demonic entities. An architect is someone who builds and
Yeah,
designs
I
buildings.
thought so.
So Guiding Light being named an architect makes sense. As they
Architect.
are the one changing the building. We may not have been right about the terminology used for Guiding
Angel.
Light, but we ended up at a similar conclusion because we found some religious influence. And that word influence is important because what I showed you isn't the full tweet. It continues. It will remain mostly secular other than inspiration and will be all original. The developers aren't
All
denying
original.
that they're taking inspiration from religion, just that it's not inherently a religious story. And
It's
here's
not-
the thing,
yeah,
we
okay.
actually see this religious inspiration through the binding circle translated text. One of the 3 architects marked by celestials assists you. It implies they are being
Did Elsplash know someone's going to, like, put that in a code and just, like, get the text? I don't think so. I don't think I would. I don't think any YouTuber would. I don't think even the best YouTuber would, like, YouTubers, like, who likes lore would do this, except Game Theory. That means that it's the best game lore ever. I don't care. What do you think? This is the best Roblox Game Theory ever on the channel, like...
beings above
Unbelievable.
the
I
architects
made
that
no
give them
sense there.
power in some way. They are marked
Hopefully,
by
this-
these beings
this is the best
are referred
channel
to as
to
celestials.
book
This
theories.
word is often used to mean something up high, and in astronomy it refers to things in space, like
Ooh.
the term celestial body. But celestials derive from the Latin word caelum, meaning heaven, and was originally
Heaven.
used to refer to heavenly beings or angels.
Oh.
So while Guiding Light and Curious Light might not be angels themselves, we might be encountering some otherworldly beings at some point, these celestials. The space theme continues.
Wait. Could Doors Floor 3 go in the sewers, and maybe we meet some other, like Guiding Light, we have Kira's Light, Guiding Light, and then some other, like, beings that could guide us?
When we have a look at the painting, we
be
can find
cool.
floor 60.
Ooh,
This floor is where we
painting.
find the secret passage to the
Yeah.
rooms, where Curious Light resides. And
Yeah.
it's the only place where this painting appears. The image is named Space-Time, which again, seems to
Space-time,
be referring
yeah.
to the spacey, otherworldly themes that we've already talked about, especially when you take a look at the symbols. The one in the center matches the yellow sparkle we've seen
Okay, we got
representing
that's
Curious
Curious
across
Light,
the various
yeah.
rooms and doors. It also matches the symbol found in the vials of starlight provided by Curious Light. In the top right corner, we have a blue crescent moon. Now,
What's
if the
Guiding
center
Light? I'll
symbol
guess
is
it's
meant to be
Guiding Light.
Curious Light, then it would make sense for the blue symbol to be Guiding Light. It guides us through the hotel with a blue light, and when we use the item
Wait,
gifted to
in
us
the
by
pit.
Guiding
Wait, in the picture. Wait, if we go back. In the picture.
symbol found in the vials of starlight provided by Curious Light. In the top right corner, we have a blue
Yeah.
crescent moon.
Down.
If the center
Wait.
symbol is meant to be Curious
Down in
Light,
the
then it
picture,
would
there's
make
a
sense for the
red
blue symbol to
dot.
be Guiding Light. It guides us
I don't know
through
what
the
that
hotel with
is.
a blue light, and when we use
There's
the
a red
items
dot.
gifted to
If
us
you go
by
back,
Guiding
I
Light,
don't-
crucifix,
there's a red
symbols
dot.
that banish the
Okay.
entities are also blue. And would you look at that? At the center of the binding circle is a symbol, a crescent moon.
Yeah.
The same symbol that appears in the painting. This is the symbol of Guiding Light, one of the 3 architects.
Wait, there. There's a red dot. What is this? What is this? There's like a red little dot. I can't tell what that is, but it's a red dot. I don't.
With there
Yeah.
being 3 symbols on
Kinda
this
cool.
painting, I have a sneaking suspicion that means Curious Light is also another one of these architects. But there's one more symbol in
Yeah,
this picture.
yeah,
At the bottom
the
right
red one.
corner, there's a red symbol that you might not be familiar with. This symbol only appears in the game when you add modifiers. Essentially, modifiers
Could this be the modifieds?
Are designed
Logo?
to make the game more challenging, but in turn, you get higher rewards. They can
Yeah.
do things like make the floors more slippery, give
Yeah.
you less health at the start of the game, and make entities move faster or appear more
Yeah,
frequently.
the challenge
When you
is that Fake
activate
Noodles
modifiers,
did.
This red symbol appears on the screen.
Yeah,
The same red
100%.
symbol that's in the painting. Given there are no other symbols on this painting, this has to be our third architect that the crucifix winged.
Could there be more in Floor 2?
Is referencing when it says she.
He said we could call that one Blitz.
Suddenly, this line from Curious Light makes sense. This new architect knows Blitz's name because modifiers are literally able to change the behavior of the entities in the hotel. She has power over them. She can make them more aggressive, and what's worse, she seems to have power over the other architects. There's a mod that literally deactivates guiding light from Seek's chase sequence, making that challenge much harder. If you die during the main game with modifiers active, guiding light will not appear on the death screen to help you out. And then, if you reach door 60, you...
Is that actually true? Wait, does guiding light not appear on the death screen? Really? I did not know that.
It is completely
Yeah, with the
blocked off
reds.
to you by
Yeah,
this
reds.
red force. The
Yeah,
same
red.
color as the force
Yeah.
of his final architect. She is the most powerful architect we've encountered, able to control the entities within the hotel and alter the hotel itself, overriding any control Guiding Light has. She is so powerful that Curious Light doesn't question her or her authority. That makes her a scary force to deal with, and I have a feeling that we're going to be dealing with her a lot more in the coming weeks. We've been waiting patiently for the Doors Floor 2 update, but back in October, we finally got a sneak peek of what's to come. For achieving the milestone of 4 billion visits,
4
that's
billion.
billion with a B, the developers gave us a teaser image for Floor 2, known simply as The Mines. Now,
The
I have
Mines.
to say a huge congratulations to the developers. 4 billion is a massive achievement, and it's incredibly well deserved. But when I saw this image, I immediately started trying to figure out what it meant for the story going forward. What inspiration did the developers take to go down this mineshaft route? I did find a few hotels that have rooms in old mine shafts. One of them's even
Yeah,
quite
I don't
close to me.
think
just
it's
over
gonna
in
be based
Wales,
on
but
that.
There didn't seem to be anything special about them. They just felt like gimmicks designed to trap tourists and travel vloggers with unique experiences. However, now that I have the additional piece that is this new architect, I found something that not only ties into our previous theories, but gives us a little more information about what we can expect inside the mines. In our initial theories, we spoke about the main entity of Doors, the figure, a creature made of flesh and bones which stood out against the other black, inky, or ghostly entities of the hotel. Based on the use of religious and occult imagery found in the game, like the binding circle, we determined that the figure was a homunculus, a version of a human being created not by natural means, but through occult alchemy. Typically, these were made by mixing human flesh, bones, and teeth. And through the final door, where the figure chases us to the elevator, we see piles of flesh throughout the level. This all led us to believe that the next update would take us deep underground, where we'd find the origins of the figure, the place that the cult...
I do not think Figure will be... I don't think he survived. You can tell me if he survived. We will find out in the next update. But hopefully Floor 2 comes out really soon, because I really want to know that Figure survives or what the new entities might be.
that created it originally resided. Now that we know that Floor 2 takes place in a mine, I started looking into whether there were any cults that took refuge in mines. It feels like something we see in fiction all the time, but when it came to reality, there was only one very specific answer that I found. In Bolivia, there are groups that worship a spirit that lives in the mines. This spirit is called El Tio, and though his
El Tio. Tell me if anyone's from Bolivia who knows El Tio, tell me, please do. I just want to know what this is.
Looks like the Christian devil. El Tio is an ambivalent spirit, capable of giving both wealth and destruction. Miners would worship El Tio, building a shrine inside the mine and providing offerings to him in order to receive safety. They'd offer things like alcohol, cigarettes, coca leaves, even the blood of llamas. The miners would light a minecart on fire full of these offerings and push the cart deep into the mines, never to be seen again.
Blood-filled of llamas.
We also see a single minecart being pushed down into a deep hole in the recent teaser for the mines update. True. For sacrifices. There were also specific rules you had to follow if you were going into the mines and worshipping El Tio. Namely, what you could or couldn't bring with you when you went in or out of the mines. Up until 2009, Bolivia was an official Catholic nation, and the majority of its residents still are Catholic. Roblox today. So, unsurprisingly, worshipping a devil-like being wasn't really
Yeah.
liked by the Catholic Church. Due to this conflict between the miners and the church, certain rules were followed when going in and out of the mines. Specifically, no Catholic imagery like crucifixes were allowed inside the mines, and no LTO imagery was allowed outside the mines. The outside world was God's domain, but the mines, the underground, LTO. The two were not allowed to mix, which feels very similar to what we're seeing in Doors. In this space-time painting, we see both guiding light and this new light, but they are on opposite sides of the painting. They are being shown as diametrically opposed. They cannot coexist, which is why when you activate modifiers, guiding light can no longer help you.
No. You can use guiding light still modifiers. There's no... You can... I think there's only 2 modifiers that you can't use guiding light in. I think that's go fishing and all that. Like, go fishing, gone fishing, I think that's called guiding light, and that can deactivate guiding light. But no, you can like take it off to seat chase or make it the seat chase harder. But no, guiding light can still be in modifiers.
If you want guiding light's assistance, you have to remove the modifiers. They cannot be in the same place at the same time.
You need to do your more research.
Isn't going for a directly religious story, only taking inspiration from it, and that's what I think we're seeing here. It seems to me like the minds and this
Tom, you need to be better.
Partially be inspired by the minds of Bolivia and the cult of LTO that lies within, which means that guiding light is going to be of no use.
Yep, no, that is rubbish. That is complete crap. That guiding light will be helping us in floor 2. He will be staying in floor 2.
To us in this new update. We're likely not going to be able to bring our candle or our crucifix with
No,
us.
no. Okay, I'm leaving. You know, I'm done. I'm joking. But that is not true. That is not true.
Much like we saw when we entered Curious Light's domain in the rooms. This is her domain, and guiding light is not welcome. The question is that a bad thing? LTO isn't an evil spirit. It can be good or bad depending on how you treat it. We see that in how the modifiers work. The game may get harder, but we get more rewards out of it if we succeed.
True.
So while she seems like an opposing force to guiding light, who is the one that has been helping us so far, this new architect isn't inherently evil or against us. They may have power over the entities we've encountered so far, but we have no idea what awaits us in the mines. And much like in the mines of Bolivia, working with her might be our only chance of surviving whatever new threat awaits us. And then, what happens when Curious Light is thrown into the mix? We freed him into the hotel after the back doors update, so I could see him coming down to the mines as well. He seems to get along with this new architect in some way, or at least they've been in the same place long enough for her to start bossing him around. Maybe he'll offer us some much needed assistance. That or he'll just mock us the entire time for dying. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens when the Floor 2 update finally releases. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory.
I love it.
Watching. And if you wanted to see how stressful the
That is unbelievable. I know that video kind of is a flaw. I don't think any of this might be true, but tell me if it is. I don't think some of them are true, but yeah, like and subscribe, and this video was amazing. If you do want to see any more content or any more reaction videos, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time, guys, on another video. Bye bye, peace out.